Hi, everybody. This is Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone. It's been a while since I've been on for a solo show, but I thought I would come on tonight just to talk a little bit about some things that I think are interesting. Of course, we're all awaiting the full moon tomorrow on December 15th and the revelations that I hope are going to be made in the days that follow this full moon. Me and other astrologers have been saying that the power of this full moon is going to instigate revelations. And I can't wait to hear some things come out. I mean, we've had a few things come out that were minor, like Christopher Wray resigning from the FBI. I mean, and then, Nancy Pelosi having an injury and needing a hip replacement when she was overseas, when she was in Europe. That's kind of weird. But anyway, what I wanted to read on is why so many of the readers are just talking about the new Trump administration and what's going to happen with him, and why they don't believe that there is going to be some kind of overturning of the decision about who is to be president. They're not really even talking about the inauguration being postponed or anything like that. And I don't know why. I want to know why. Why are they doing this? What are they worried about? So I'm going to do a little reading on that. And then I think I'll do a little quick reading on Kamala. We'll see what's going on with her. So I'm just going to throw out some cards here and see what comes up. So what I have here is the Ace of Wands crossed by the Four of Swords. So I think people, readers in particular, felt really beat up, really like, they put themselves out there. They took a stand. They took a risk. They said what they were going to say, which was that Kamala was going to win. And then it didn't happen, or they believe it didn't happen. And so now they've just retreated. And I know not a lot, but quite a few readers just stopped reading on politics, just stopped saying things about politics. I know a lot of people behind the scenes are talking about it, but not reading about it online on YouTube. And I can understand that. It's a hard stance to take. It means that you have to make a decision about your career, really, and about your channel. And so I think for a lot of people, they do feel a bit like their hands are tied. Now, the hands are not tied in this card, but she does have a blindfold on, like she's not being allowed to see. And that's the point. I think that for me, there are a lot of things that the guides are just saying, yeah, you don't want to say that. You don't want to talk about that. And maybe that's what they're getting, but they're saying kind of the opposite. They're talking about the tea rump, and they're talking about the, potential picks for the cabinet and things like that. And it's like that's not happening. But what I get in the past is the what is that? That's the Seven of Wands reversed, and that's defending your territory. And that's the guy who has two different shoes on, and he's one sock and then no sock, and he's just a mess. He's just been fighting. Here he is upright. He's just been fighting, 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 and he's kind of there's nobody there fighting him. I don't think, unless he's just defending that hill all by himself and everybody's coming up from below. What covers this is the moon. All right? So there are things behind the scenes. There are things that are going to be revealed with this full moon. There is stuff that's coming out. And I just believe that so strongly. I know that so strongly that we have not seen the end of this, that things are going to develop. The next card that I get up is Death Reversed. So it's not death imminently. It is kind of a drawn out death. It is kind of like something that just won't die. And I'm sorry, but isn't that how we all feel about T Rump? I mean, aren't we all just feeling like, God, could he just go away? Right? I know that I'm feeling that. I'm just feeling like this long, awful, smelly saga just has to come to an end. It's so annoying. It just has to come to an end. Now we have the Five of Swords in reverse in the position for what are we worried about? What do we fear in this situation? And I do fear the bullies. But in reverse, I'm thinking, will we even see them coming? Or is what they're doing? I mean, it's a little paranoid to feel this way, but I am a little paranoid at the moment. Are we really going to see it coming? Are we really going to be able to figure this out and move forward? Because we didn't figure out that the election was whatever happened to the election, that was going to happen. All of us are worried, but a lot of other readers who are not reading on this anymore are overly worried, or they've been so worried that now they're just like, I give up. I'm not going to do anything. This is not what I'm meant to do. Hopes for the situation, Five of Wands reversed. So we don't want to fight, but we will fight if we have to. The fight should have already been done. Why is this happening? A reversed Five of Wands is a confusing card. And the final outcome isn't really what I want, but it's close. It's the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So we aren't quite there yet. But this is the potential. There is a potential for safety and for things to come out all right. And for a lot of readers, this card upright is the Kamala card. I'm sorry, I'm holding it weird. For a lot of readers, this card upright is the Kamala card. Now reversed, I would say not feeling secure, not feeling, that at ease, not feeling well taken care of. So it's not going to be perfect this week. But what is going to start to come out, I feel, is information, news, revelations about probably the election, news and revelations about the people involved, news and revelations about what's to come. And I think, given the astrology, all of these revelations that come out could be pretty upsetting to a lot of people. Let me throw some cards on that. After these, let's see, the full moon is tomorrow. It's the 15th. By the next Sunday is the 22nd, and the 21st is the winter solstice, and that's always a kind of a miraculous day because the sun changes signs and we have all this other shit going on astrologically. So there's a ton of stuff happening. And also tomorrow with the full moon, Mercury will go retrograde in the afternoon. So, I mean, direct. Sorry. It's been such a horrible Mercury retrograde for me. But tomorrow, when it goes direct in the afternoon, I believe that's after the moon is officially full. But so after that, give it a week. Like after that, like by December 22nd, what will the state of the United States be? What will the tenor be? What will the feeling be? What's the temperature like? Are people doing something in the streets? Or are they protesting? Are they yelling online? Are they, I don't know. And I heard today too that there has been an investigation into Elon Musk by the SEC for a few years. Good. They should be investigating him. There's something not right about that guy. There's something just not right. And what he's doing in this country and being that close to a potential president is just not right. That is not right. Okay, so what is the feeling going to be in the country? Let's see what we got. Okay. Nice. Hmm. Okay. So the first card that we have is the Guru, otherwise known as the Emperor. So, or is it the Hierophant? The Hierophant. So the Guru is telling us that, you know what? Yeah, I say that it's happening. So I'm thinking that this is Joe Biden. Now, I know from other readings that I've heard other readers do and from my own readings and messages that he does not want to be the one who stakes this claim. He does not want to be the person who comes out and says all of these things. But I also believe strongly that this is his destiny. This is what he needs to do. He needs to make it right for us. And he needs to get the ball rolling in the right direction so that it can be made right. And he's crossed by the sun. All of this information is going to come out into the open. And as it comes out into the open, he'll have no choice. He will have to take action because not to take action would be derelict in his duties. Underneath is the Three of Cups. So a lot of women are going to find this information coming out, these revelations coming out over the course of the next week to be quite pleasant and really uplifting and very joyous, to finally have some word, to finally be able to breathe, to finally have some hope that we are not going to be stuck with T-Rump for the next 4 years. In the past, we have the moon. Yes, things needed to be revealed. Things were hidden. Things were occluded. Things were held back. Things were iffy, icky, cloudy, foggy. We just didn't know what was going on. That's the moon for you. And so now that the moon has gone past that full moon in Gemini and Mercury is going direct, yes, we have Mars retrograde, but it's in Leo, the sign of the king. So that's actually good for what we want and the progress that we want to make. The card crowning the reading is the Four of Cups. And so there's going to be things that are offered that people don't want. There's going to be things offered that people don't want. Could that be that T-Rump doesn't want it? Or his MAGA people don't want it? I don't know. The card out front, the Fool. So, we're going to see that there are a lot of people who are going to be taking actions and staking claims that literally are foolish. I do not see anybody starting a spiritual journey in this climate, but I do see people making awful mistakes that they will regret. Possibly like Christopher Wray. I don't know. I'm not saying he's making a huge mistake, just saying he may regret his actions. The worries that we have around this, will they be strong enough? Will they follow through? Will they actually be able to stand up to him and get someone to pull him down? That's the $20,000 question. Well, I guess we should say $2 million question now. But the thing is that these revelations, these things that are going to come out affect the world. These are not just for the United States. These are for the world. And because they're for the world, it's so important that we have the Guru working with the sun to make things happen. So important. The hopes of this is that, yes, there will be some sort of an agreement, some sort of a contract, some sort of a happy confluence of circumstances and evidence and information that will cause the T-Rump to walk away. That's what we want. We want him to walk away. So it isn't just rainbows and unicorns. It isn't just one big, swipe across the blackboard and all the letters are gone. That isn't what's going to happen. It's going to be a process. It's going to take a minute. And so we got to settle in for the long haul. This resistance is going to be one that we have to really commit to. I know we're tired. I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of talking about this man. I'm so tired of reading on this man. But Look at all the idiots that he's brought out of the clown car. I mean, they are. Could you imagine anybody worse than the academy of buffoons that he's collected? I mean, I can't. They're just, it's bizarre. It's just beyond imagination. So I just wanted to come in and do that. Let me do a really quick little thing about Kamala. Let's see what we have to say about Madam President. I want to be Madam President. Yay. Please, please, Madam President. Okay. Get the old cosmic deck out here. Okay. So, Madame Presidente. Okay, Madame. And let's just focus on her as of Christmas. That's the 25th. So it's a little past this period of time. So where will Kamala be at? What will she be at? What kind of headspace will she be in? What kind of emotions will she be feeling? What kind of political position will she be in? Let's see. For my Kamala. Okay, so on Christmas, this is what we're talking about. The general feeling for her is pretty good. The Three of Cups in this deck is not the three ladies all dancing together. It's a man and a woman in a beautiful balletic pose with the three cups overflowing in front of them. This is cooperation. This is serenity. This is trust. This is harmony. This is relaxing into the joy. So this is a very confident joy, a very strong joy. And joy was a big word during her campaign. And then we have the Princess of Cups. Now this could be someone around her. I don't think this is her, but this could be other women around her. It could be her sister. It could be other people who are on the campaign. It could be her aides around her. But they are buoying her, supporting her, nurturing her, helping her to heal and recover. I mean, she had a big blow in the family, but she also had this blow, and very difficult. And beneath her is the Judgment. And now I'm seeing that the Judgment card coming up for her in this instance around Christmas time means that certain things have been revealed, and she is beginning to see that there is a judgment on an unfair situation, on an erroneous result out of the ELECTION, and that's changing things. That is really changing things. Now she's coming out of the Nine of Cups, and that is probably where she was during the campaign, because things were going very, very well for her. But crowning her is the Two of Cups, which is also a card of, can we get that? There we go. A card of cooperation, of trust, of harmony, of being able to relax into a relationship. So she's beginning to find her feet. She's beginning to get her confidence back, and she's beginning to trust again that she's in the right place at the right time in history, because she knows she's destined for history. Then we have the Prince of Cups, a lot of cups around her. A lot of people care for her. A lot of people are trying to help her to heal, trying to help her to see that she is the right person for this moment in history. I'm sorry, I'm starting to cough. I'm sorry. but she is accepting the help. She's accepting people around her who are encouraging her and who are telling her that, she just has to hang in there. Now, her fears about the situation is that it will be just a decision, and that again, it will come down on the other side. So she's afraid of that decision in some ways. But this is the Two of Wands for a decision. And these wands are fire, and her moon is fire. So she should have a little bit of confidence with that. What people around her are thinking is, man, this woman is the right woman for the job. She is so smart. She is so skilled. She is so ready for this position, and we want her in this position. But notice they're not putting like the Empress spin on this. They're putting a human spin on it. So nobody is reaching too far up. Everybody still is a little bit PTSD, a little bit worried that they're going to go too far. But the hope card is the Six of Swords. And in this deck, the Six of Swords is balance, routine, responsibility, capability, determination, but most of all, balance. Look at that dancer, just absolutely balanced. And look at the healing symbol. The name of it is escaping me right now, but look at the symbol there for healing, and then the swords are all at his feet. So this is her getting her mojo back. She's got her mojo back by Christmas time, and the final outcome is the Hierophant. Now, is the Hierophant her? I think it is. I think the Hierophant is her. I think she knows by Christmas. I think she knows where things are headed. She knows that there's still a chance that it may not work, but I think she knows that that's the tunnel she's going down. So that's really good. That's good. That gives me a lot of hope. A lot of hope. Okay, so I'm going to switch decks now, and I'm going to do a quick reading on Biden. So, by Christmas, how is Biden feeling? It's good to be back. I was really sick. I was really sick over Thanksgiving. And it lingered. The cough just, as you can tell, is a little bit still there. Fortunately, my doctor is a miracle worker. I managed to see her when I needed to see her. I managed to get medication right away. Okay, what's going on with Joe? Joe, by Christmas, what will you be telling us? Okay. So what will Joe be telling us by Christmas? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So this reading starts out, he gets the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. So he has taken or is going to be taking some big action, a big old action. And remember that first reading, it started out with the Ace of Wands, but kind of going back on them. Now, the Empress is what crosses him. So, I don't know about you, but how many readers have used this card for Russia? Oh, did I say Russia? I just meant that country that starts with the letter R. I didn't really mean that other country. Okay. So, big stick down on the Empress. Crazy. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, and this is usually manipulating things, juggling things, not really making decisions, even though it's a two, but it's more about shifting things around. And I think that's exactly what Joe Biden wants to do because remember, he doesn't really want to be the one who lays this all out. He wants really the world to lay it out. And I think in some ways, I think the world will lay it out. I think that maybe NATO will lay it out. I don't think the World Court, because the United States doesn't participate in the World Court. We're not members. We don't pay the dues for the World Court. But I think he's going to have something in place so that he can get Jack Smith back in play. And in the past, Five of Cups, he was a mess. He didn't like what had happened, but he also didn't like what he had to do. Nothing about the situation was good for him, and he was really upset about it. But now we have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, now Kamala also got the Eight of Pentacles, but in a different spot. Now this one, the Eight of Pentacles, crowns him. So this is him doing his destiny. This is him using all of his powers as a statesman, as a person who's been in the Congress and the Senate for 50 years. I mean, he's using all of his powers of persuasion, connections, favors, everything he can think of. He's pulling all of it together to make this happen. And the card out in front of him is the King of Pentacles. Now, I don't think that this means Mr. T. I really don't. I think this means the person that Joe Biden gets to bring the hammer down. Is it the nice man from NATO that clued him into all this stuff? Or is it someone else? Certainly isn't Merrick Garland, who's also a Scorpio. See, Joe's a Scorpio, so he wouldn't be the King of Pentacles. He'd be the King of Cups. So it's somebody else who's an earth sign who can be a little more speak softly and carry a big stick about it. Okay? Now, what does he fear about this? He's worried about getting Jack Smith back in. This is my Jack Smith card. And Joe Biden really wants him back in play. But it's really hard because, if Jack is not protected all the way, then he and his family are probably Splitsville. They'll probably go to Europe. What people are thinking about Joe, he's the Knight of Wands, man. This is Dark Brandon coming after everybody. So that's what everybody's thinking about him. And what's happening for him and what he's hoping is this can happen quickly. He really wants everything to happen quickly. And we do too. We all want it to happen quickly. And the final outcome is the Six of Wands. Somebody's going away. That means Joe can leave the White House. That means T-Rump won't go into the White House. This means that, Mrs. Kamala can go into the White House. So this means movement all the way around for people. So it's not going to be status quo. That's the main thing. And that's what we can take to heart. So this is just up till December 25th. Now, a lot more is going to change even after December 25th because so much is happening in the astrology. Although after the full moon and the week that follows the full moon, it does calm down a little bit, but we do have a little more action right at the end of December. So, things will be happening then. So I didn't want to make this too long. It's already almost 30 minutes. So I'm going to say thank you so much for hanging in here with me. And I'm so sorry that the other readers are begging off because I just think it's wrong. I think that we do have to hang in there, and I think that things are going to change. And I do believe that there's going to be a big upset coming in the next week. So let's hope. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. For all my new subscribers, I love you. Thank you so much. For those of you who have been with me a long time, I love all of you. And I'll see you soon. All right, thanks. Bye.